those candles still there? Throw them away.
Yeah, too lazy.
Fuck that, dude. They're candles.
Alright.
I'm not gonna waste perfectly good candles.
Yeah, candles, man. You never know when the power might go out.
We have to watch TV by candlelight.
Power out.
You bastard. Okay. Jay picked the movie today.
Well, I had never seen it, and I really wanted to.
Justice League something War.
Justice League War.
I thought there
Not
was
something, just war.
I thought there was something between Justice League and War.
Nope.
No.
And I guess the background to this is that superheroes just recently all came out of the woodwork at once, and they still haven't like settled into society.
Wait,
And
Batman's
society
real?
doesn't trust them.
Yeah. And fine, whatever. I've always kind of hated the idea of like. I think the New 52 comic line did the same thing. All the superheroes just showed up at the same time. And it was like, it's way more interesting if they just kind of like show up over time. So you have like superheroes with seniority being to the new ones is like, yo, that costume is a mistake. I know, I've been there.
Anyone ever seen Nightwing's Disco Era?
Yes. It's so stupid, but it's so fun to laugh at.
So we had Green Lantern, Flash, Batman, Superman.
No. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Fine.
Jordan Green
So much fun.
Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and
Shazam.
Shazam is the other, or Captain Marvel.
No, Shazam.
Very different people.
Very different people.
I'm gonna check that because I'm pretty sure his original title was Captain Marvel.
No,
but
different people.
They had problems with that, so they had to like change it to just calling him like something else.
Why can't he ever just take our word on it?
Because I could have sworn, yeah, Captain Marvel, fictional superhero. There are two of them. So, there were two Captain Marvels. One of them is owned by DC, and one of them is owned by Marvel. So, we're just going to call him Shazam, because honestly...
Shazam!
Because that is his name.
Well, in this movie it was,
He
yeah.
doesn't exist as Captain Marvel anymore.
Seriously.
Because of copyright
Yeah.
nonsense. But at one point he was Captain Marvel. And he's just a brat.
Yeah, he's like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's in a foster family, as he says with massive sarcasm air quotes.
Oh, but the whole flirting between Wonder Woman and Superman.
What the hell would they have in common?
She really likes warriors. And this was a very aggressive Superman we saw.
Alright, fair enough. I was just going to say, most Supermen are Boy Scouts from the Iowa cornfields. And I just don't
Well,
really...
first off, all Superman is from the Iowa cornfields. And most of them are Boy Scouts, yes. This was a very aggressive one, though.
Well, yeah.
Like, this Superman was kind of a dick.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he accidentally killed Batman in that early sequence. It's like, dude, if you weren't, like, being really careful, you could just straight up kill this guy. Because everyone assumed Batman had superpowers. Which
What are you, just some guy in a bat costume?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I do have my own satellite, but...
I was joking. You have your own satellite.
So, and
Hal Jordan was just fun in this movie.
And the movie really just kind of moves at a breakneck pace. Because they have to, like, establish that Darkseid's minions are planting portal keys.
Oh yeah, Darkseid.
And then Darkseid has to show up, and they have to fight all his minions.
He got stabbed in the eyes.
And then they have to fight Darkseid, and then, like, they have to rescue Superman from Darkseid, and it's just... That's basically the movie.
The movie goes very fast, but it's so much fun. I liked it.
I mean, we start with fighting Darkseid minions, so... I guess they did okay with the characters. They kind of just had to establish them as broadly as possible.
Well, they're also running the assumption that by the time you watch the movie, you already know who the fuck they are.
Yeah. I mean, of course they're doing that. That was, like, their A-list lineup, minus Shazam and Cyborg, who are more B-listers, I'd say.
Technically. I mean, Cyborg is kind of... Cyborg straddles the line.
Cyborg got a big boost from that Teen Titans show.
Yeah.
I mean, that Teen Titans show basically gave everyone on it except Beast Boy, like, a huge boost in popularity.
Actually,
Well,
one
I
of
mean,
the
it's-
lesser-known DC
I
characters.
mean, it's not like Robin needed it. but-
No, Robin didn't need it, but Starfire and Raven definitely could have used it.
Yeah.
Well, they were like kind of a return thing, along with Beast Boy, because like no one really knew who they were in the
Of course,
last generation.
you know, Teen Titan Starfire is drastically different from the comic Starfire.
Oh yeah.
I mean, which are we talking about? That terrible one that Linkara did a review of, or just generally?
Just generally, because first of all, she's about, you know, what, 5-10 years younger than comic Starfire,
Yeah.
and there's the Red Hood and the Outlaws, or Starfire.
Okay, Red Hood and the Outlaws. Can we just declare non-canon?
No. It was gloriously goofy and bullshittery.
Red Hood and the Outlaws was like, I swear, half the reason that book was made because someone wanted to draw porn of Starfire,
Basically.
and they had a job at DC and could actually do that.
Well, you get a job at DC, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you should.
I mean,
write
it's
stories.
Marvel that's like, no, you do what we tell you, because we're fucking Marvel.
Mm.
Which is why DC's better. They actually let their writers do things.
But
And-
Marvel's actually selling comic books lately.
And
Because of the Avengers movies.
and that leads to
Which
horrible,
aren't that great.
horrible things like All-Star Batman and Robin.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone. What was I reading? I was reading something where like someone was talking about how Frank Miller was a respected member of the comics community. I was like, okay, this article was written recently. When did you research that Frank Miller was a respected member of the comic
When
community?
has Frank Miller respected anything? He's an
80s and
asshole.
90s. He was very respected in the 80s and
He's
90s.
an ass.
The Dark Knight Returns, I think it was.
He was very respected in the 80s and 90s, and then 9/11 happened, and he started to go insane.
He's almost as bad of a person as Michael
Insane.
Bay.
Well, we have barely talked about this movie. It's animated pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, DC kind of really doesn't skip on that.
I mean,
Or
the
skip on
only
it.
time I remember seeing like kind of iffy animation was they kind of cheaped out on the football scene. Which, fair enough. You want to save all that nice fluid battle animation for the actual battles.
Flash stabbed Darkseid in the eye with a crowbar.
Yeah, I'd say of all the characters, Flash probably got the shaft most when it came to being characterized.
Yeah, because he was barely in the movie.
Yeah, he just kind of showed up.
Which is probably why they let him do the second stabbing. Like,
Probably.
at least, as Steven said, I'm helping!
I mean, I guess I like this version of Wonder Woman.
She just straight up grabbed her sword and pointed it at an ice cream vendor.
She's hard to write well. I mean, Superman is hard to write well too, but she's...
You! I will try your ice cream! You are a good chef!
But it's like she at some point she wasn't even throwing it, she's just gesticulating with her sword. It's like, stop that. It is not a good thing to do here.
And she
Right.
ripped one of the aliens' heads in half with her bare hands.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you
Just
took my
straight up
sword.
grabbed it by the head and ripped it.
Because that's what Wonder Woman does.
I just wasn't expecting her to
You ask what Wonder Woman and Superman have in power? How about, you know,
In common.
well, like, how about their power sets, aside from Superman's more advanced stuff?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they'd, like, be a good date pair. Now, don't get me wrong, I could totally see them, like, trying it and then realizing they have nothing to talk about.
And then Superman goes back to Lois, and
It's like, I could totally see them trying the date thing. It's like, we're two unstoppably badass people. We should try this. So, what do you like to do in your spare time?
punch things.
Superman's like, I really kind of like to read books. She's like, oh, I like maypoles. I love maypoles. It's a great thing we do in my country. And Superman's just like, what's a maypole?
You're really strong. I know.
But anyway,
It's a good movie. So it's just
I mean, it was fun. I kind of wish there was more like,
And then there was the well-timed Green Lantern train whistle.
yeah, no, that was pretty funny. They well used his formy things ability.
Constructs.
I just wish there was more to chew on. Like, it's just a fun action animated movie.
Like, they
with-
pretty much, they spend like the first 10 minutes setting up, and then they immediately throw you into the pool.
Yeah, it's just there's just it's just a giant action scene of a movie, and that's fine because it was fun and it was well done. But Like,
Stab Darkseid in the eyes.
it's just there was nothing
I've
else
never
for
seen
me to
that before.
talk about really.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a gushy action movie.
Yeah,
Like at least with Mad Max, there were like themes and ideas I could talk about under the surface.
and all the bloody amazing cinematography.
Yeah, but it's basically like that.
I will give Mad Max that. Great cinema.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Still, I just
Nope,
don't like
let's
that
not
movie.
even start there, man. Let's not even start there. I'm trying to think of another DC one that I saw the one where Superman has to deal with those 5 superpowered people, and one of them's like he takes away all their powers.
There's the British
Yeah, the
psychic
British guy.
dude.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
the guy who like calls supernova explosions.
Yeah, that one. That one had.
I can't
like,
remember what they're called though. I do remember though after they quote unquote beat Superman on the moon, they basically called out the Justice League, and I'm just like, you're stupid. let's go ahead and just say yeah, you beat Superman. You're gonna call out Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Batman,
I mean,
and expect to win?
I just.
I mean, if it wasn't, I guarantee you, Batman was like, no, he's fine. Watch what's gonna happen.
I mean, that movie was
Because
interesting.
if they actually thought they beat Superman, they would have been all over them in seconds.
That movie was interesting because it had a bigger thematic point to make about superheroism.
And right there at the end, it actually made you think Superman snapped.
Yeah, so like I
was like, oh shit.
there were
he's gonna
things
kill
for me
him.
to there were things for me to think about in that movie. Or like there's Mask of the Phantasm, which is a
Really? I
really
still haven't seen that one.
which is a really interesting character piece about Bruce Wayne more than it is about Batman.
Although if you want interesting character piece with the Bat family, Under the Red Hood.
I mean,
I haven't seen that one either. It really annoys me that I
so
haven't seen
but
it.
this one is just we're introducing the characters in a new continuity, and then
And
they beat
go.
the shit out of Darkseid, and it was fun.
And stab Darkseid in the eyes. Both of them.
And he was still like running around punching people. He's like a
Oh,
cockroach.
the way he was chasing Flash.
Oh, and his laser eyes were utter bullshit.
Omega beams.
They would fucking follow you around.
That's
they
his
could follow
Omega beams. It's what they do.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, he's a god. He's literally a god.
So, but it was fun and it was funny. There was good writing on most of the characters.
So much content.
They didn't overdo that like apart from Batman getting punched by things that probably should have liquidated all his bones, they didn't really do anything where Batman was like unstoppably, unbearably
Yeah, it's
awesome.
just dodge the parademon and stick a bomb to him.
Oh, because here's the thing. Batman works very well as part of the group in the Justice League because he can kind of blend in, and they don't have to make him super amazing.
I get that. I really don't like stories where they're like, yeah, Batman can take on people with superpowers. I'm like, kind of, but if it's
Only
a,
because
if
he knows how to counteract
if it's a villain with like Superman class powers and they want to kill him, he's fucking dead. But no, in this one he was mostly like, okay, look, I can maybe kill some of these little minion guys, but for the most part, I'm gonna go rescue Superman while you guys take care of Darkseid.
You mean when you disobeyed my very simple directives and Wonder Woman led the charge? Cyborg showed you the video.
I mean,
He emailed it to me.
frankly, she would have been my pick over Green Lantern, but there needed to be like a payoff to all that sniping Green Lantern and Batman were having.
See, that's why I think Hal Jordan's just a better Green Lantern. Well, I always like
The
comedy, and Hal
The
Jordan just
snark.
doesn't shut the fuck up.
Why do you think Nightwing is one of my favorite heroes? The Snark. Same thing with Spider-Man.
He's also got a massive inferiority complex.
Yeah, there's that.
I mean, it's completely justified, though.
I mean, your surrogate father is Batman,
Yeah.
the awesomest human being ever.
Which, I mean, honestly, the only thing that really ever annoyed me is there's very few depictions of where Batman is like, yes, I have, like, the utmost respect for you. You have nothing you should have to prove to me. Like, there's only been, like, in my memory, one or two variations
Batman
where
isn't
he's
a good
actually
father. I can't even imagine how that happens.
But it's like,
The guy
Dick
harbors.
Grayson constantly
What was
tries
that
to
line?
prove himself.
What was that line from Yahtzee's? I can't even remember what review it was, but it was some review of a female-led video game series. But it was like she harbors daddy issues like a paddling pool harbors an ocean liner. So that's Batman harbors daddy issues.
Oh
Although it's more generally dead parenting issues.
Yeah, you should see what he did to Jason Todd. Jesus Christ.
Wasn't that the one that
Jason Todd.
Joker killed?
Yes.
Supposedly killed.
But
Oh, he was brought back to life because comics.
Yeah, but like he Jason Todd had red hair. Bruce made him dye it black, so he'd look more like Dick.
I mean, you could have made an argument that you should just dye it black for the stealth, but then again, Robin is never stealthy with that yellow cape. Never mind. Yeah, that was just stupid. I mean,
yeah, and like
I
all
mean,
the variations
Where's
of
the
Robin.
kid's pants?
on the other point, you could make the argument as like, well, if he's got red hair, it'll be easier to nail down who he is, because that's actually kind of that really does cut down your list of people to investigate.
Yeah,
Like, did
but
they have red hair? Nope, it's not him.
Which version of Robin has ever been stealthy? I think the only one that actually got it right was Dick Grayson as he got
Age
older.
12.
yeah,
And,
Dick Grayson as he was older,
Age
and
And Damian Wayne.
because
But he was only
trained-
stealthy right before he murdered somebody.
He was trained by the League of Assassins.
Yeah.
Was that Batman's actual son?
Yes, Damian Wayne is
Okay,
Batman's son.
Damian Wayne is Bruce Wayne's son by either rape or test tube. Take your pick.
Yeah, I know that it's like a fucked up family trait, because of course nothing Batman does can be happy.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying to me because he has a goddamn bat plane. He should be cruising around in that like, woo! All the time, man. I have a bat plane! I make good decisions.
I have a
like,
limousine that spits out motorcycles.
I am like Kaiba. This is good plane.
Hail Kaiba! Hail me.
Oh my god, the latest stuff with the Kaiba Blue Eyes White Dragon jet on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge has just been absolutely goddamn fucking
They're still
hilarious.
making jokes about that.
Oh my god, because he just flew it. Like they just got to the episodes where he flew it, so they never stopped making fun of it.
Because he had a jet in the shape of a blue eye. Seriously.
I kind of want to go back and watch those now because those are fucking hilarious. And
Well, I haven't seen them, so yeah, you need to show them to me.
okay, I can put them up. Bye, internet.
No, not Pie Internet.
But we love them, and we must let them go because we love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm positive there's some movies like You Must Let It Go because you love it. I'm sure there's some movie with a lesson like that.
Go watch the movie. See Darkseid stabbed in the eye.
No, more like, do we really love the viewers?